Welcome to Chase Talks. My name's Chase, broadcasting to you from the Kaiba Corp studio. Today I have a very special video for you, and in this video we're going to be opening up the new Yu-Gi-Oh! TCG Duel Devastator box. Now this is the newest set to the Yu-Gi-Oh! TCG, and it contains 56 guaranteed cards, including the Ghost Girls that all have alternate art that you can see around the box. Now I'm really excited for these alternate art versions of the card, and myself as a budget player, like probably many of you watching, don't have the vast majority of cards in this box. I'm very new into Yu-Gi-Oh! Competitive. I have to play at a budget. I don't have the money to just drop like $30 on Sayuja or Boral Sword. So I just have to take these when I can get them. And this set is perfect for me, and I would definitely recommend it to anybody who's in a similar situation to me. It's a good way to pick up, especially singles of all the cards that give you good utility. And I mean, if you buy multiple box or if you buy singles on something like TCG Player, then you will get full play sets of this at a relatively low price. All right, I'm going to go ahead and cut until we have this thing opened up, and we'll take a look at everything that's inside this box. All right, so we got the plastic taken off, and one thing I got to say is I just love this box. I'm definitely going to hang on to this. I'll probably buy 3 sets of this because I'm crazy. I'm not going to buy 3 sets at the same time. I only bought 1 right now. But I'll probably buy 3 sets eventually. Because, I mean, I want full play sets of all the Ghost Scores. Because right now I only have a play set of Ash Blossom. I don't have full play sets of any of them. I also don't have a full play set of Effect Veiler, DD Crow, or really anything else that's in here. So I think it's nice to just have the play set, right? And rather than me piecing out an entire box 3 times with maybe a couple cards that I wouldn't buy 3 of, I mean, I'd be spending about the same anyway, so at that point I might as well get the retailer. Let's open this box up. And so here you go. I actually really like this box. I think it's really cool. I'll probably keep it and hang on to it for storage is what I was saying. And the dividers that it already comes in here are pretty cool as well. I'll definitely leave those dividers in there and use it as well. But here we go. Here's the cards that we got. And here are the field centers. So I'm going to move this box to the side. Okay. Let's open up if I can get this open. Geez, let's open up the field centers. Let's take a look at those first. Oh, that's pretty cool that it says Duel Devastator on the back. That's really cool. And then on the front, so it looks like we got Ghost Girl and Spooky Dogwood. Oh, we got the Ash Blossom, which is pretty awesome. I really like the new Ash Blossom artwork. I'll probably actually use the alternate artwork instead. Like, even though, that's one thing I'm not disappointed with. So if I buy 3 boxes of this, even though I already have a playset of Ash Blossom, I'll have a playset of Ash Blossom and a playset in the alternate artwork. And I'm a totally collecting player. And you know, when you're playing a game, sometimes you just gotta wail harder to get better at a game. But all joking aside, I definitely would probably use the alternate artwork. I really like the alternate artwork to these cards. I think all the alternate artwork is great. You know, it's got Pegasus with Toon Summon Skull. I always like Pegasus. We got My Valentine with an Amazon. I don't know what Amazon card that is, but it's definitely an Amazon card. And that's the 4 field centers that we got. We got Pegasus, I probably won't use Mai. Nothing against Mai, but she definitely wasn't one of my favorite characters. I like Pegasus a lot, and if I'm going to use a field center, I'll probably use the Ash Blossom out of this set. Or the Ghost Girl Spooky Dogwood. She's pretty nice looking too. I'll sit those. Why don't I sit those out so we can see all of them in the background? I'll go ahead and put Ash Blossom in the center. And now let's open up the cards. Okay. Gotta get my fingernails underneath it, jeez. Alright. So, starts off with you know what, I'll go through the Ghost Girls first, and I'll just go through them piece by piece. So we start off with Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit, Ghost Reaper and Winter Cherries, Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring. That's an artwork I like a lot too. Ghost Bell and Haunted Mansion, Ghost. Let me move this. I think it's like getting reflected off the light really well. I just saw that there was like a big glare on some of the cards. But there is Ghost. Probably better if I just move it over here. Is that better? That looks better. Ghost Sister and Spooky Dogwood. And Red Blossoms from Underroot. Sorry, I'm trying to get this. I'm trying to get the lighting right. I think does that look better? I don't know. I'm just going to move it back to where I started. Sorry. Kind of moving on the fly. This is the first time I've ever opened up Yu-Gi-Oh cards in the channel. So, it's the first time I've had to deal with kind of glare on the holographicness of the cards. But there are all of our Ghost Girls. Next, we have our Synchro Monsters. We got Ally of Justice Catastor. Bryonic Dragon of Ice Barrier. Metaphys Horus. Black Rose Dragon. Clearwing Fast Dragon. Which I think this is pretty cool. It's a pendulum card too. I just like the cards that are extra. I mean, this card isn't used very much today, but I like the cards that are pendulum cards and in an extra deck card. I just think it's pretty cool. Stardust Spark Dragon. And Scarlet Red Dragon Archfiend. And then Vermilion Dragon Mech. And then finally, last but not least, Trishula Dragon of the Ice Barrier. Okay, so those are all the Synchro cards we got. Next, we'll move to XZ's Monsters. We got Abyss Dweller, which is one of the rank 4s that I've used a ton in our Let's Plays, and I'll leave a card in the upper right-hand corner where you can go and watch through all the Let's Plays if you want to. But this is a card we've used a ton. It's very good. The number 101 Silent Honor Arc. Castel, the Sky Blaster Musketeer. Now this is something that was featured in our Lunalight FTK. So it's really awesome, and I actually said in that video that you could pick it up in this, but same time. Tornado Dragon, another card that is used a lot in our Lunalight decks. And that's it on XZ's Monsters. Okay. Next, we have Link Monsters, which is our Underclock Taker, another card that's in our Lunalight FTK that you can pick up in this deck. Lanferis, Gaia Saber, the Lightning Shadow, Decode Talker. Now, I'm sure everyone has 100 Decode Talkers by now if you bought any sets, right? It was in Dual Power, it was in the Structure deck. There's so many of those. Decode Talker Extended, which is one of the new cards added through this. Topological Bomber Dragon, which is a nice reprint. And then the best reprint out of all the Link Monsters in this, Saryuja Skull Dread, the massive non-once per turn dragon that I was predicting would get limited, but it was not touched in the ban list at all. Probably with an attempt to move more of this product, and it's definitely going to work because I'm going to get myself a full play set of Saryuja. Even if it gets limited, it'll be nice to have. Okay, and that's all for our Link Monsters. Next, we're going to go through our side deck Effect Monsters. And I'll probably add those to the Ghost Girl pile. But we got DD Crow, Effect Veiler, Gate Blocker, Denko Sekka, Inspector Border, which so many people get confused what this does. I mean, look at all the text. It's a lot of text. Spell Canceller, Artifact Lancia, an amazing card. I actually already have a playset of this one, but that's okay. Now it's nice to have an ultra rare one since the majority, I have a secret rare and then I have 2 commons. So now I'll be able to run all the same rarity, which is nice. Once I buy 3 of these. Vanity's Fiend. Majesty's Fiend. Dinosaur Prankatops, another card that I have a full playset of, but now I'm going to have a full playset of ultra rare and I'm okay with that. Give myself a rarity upgrade. Gamseal, the Sea Turtle Kaiju, which is awesome. I really wanted to buy this Kaiju, but I think before this it was like, I don't know, it was like $9 or $10. I don't know. Maybe I'm exaggerating, but it was close to the $10 mark, and I was like, I really don't want to pay $30 for three of these. I had the Kaiju from the Salmon Great structure deck, which I mean, it's a 3,000 compared to this one's 2,200. It's way more manageable when it's on the field, but I'm glad that I'm finally getting this card. I was really happy when I saw this card was being reprinted in there. I was wondering if they were going to include a kaiju or multiple kaijus, and I'm glad this is the one that they decided to reprint. And that's all for our effect monsters. I'll add that to the bottom of our hand trap pile. Lastly, we got our spells and traps. So you got Mind Control, which has seen a ton of play in Salmon Greats. Wave Motion Cannon, which has seen a lot of play in burn decks, mainly involving, oh my gosh, what's it called? I hate it, Mystic Mine, that's what it's called. And yes, I do hate it. Super Polymerization, which is a super hype reprint. I actually just bought a full playset of Starving Fusion Venom Dragon, blah, 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 because I didn't have any of them. And I also got the Pertaplant Dragon, because I didn't have those cards, and I know they're good Super Poly targets. So I went ahead and picked them up, and I didn't have Super Polymerization because it was such an expensive card, but I went ahead and bought those when I saw this was being reprinted because I was so hyped that I was finally going to get Super Polymerization. Then we got Book of Eclipse, Silent Graveyard, Cosmic Cyclone, which was featured in our Salmon Great deck. This is super good removal from the field. Being able to target it and banish it for 1,000 life points, and I mean, 1,000 life points isn't that big a deal. But being able to target a spell or trap and then banish it, super good. Called by the Grave, which I do have a playset of, but that's okay. Get a nice rarity upgrade on it. And, you know, if I ever need someone to play with, you know, they can have their own too. Different Dimension, Ground, Typhoon, Forbidden, Apocrypha, Dimensional Barrier, which I've heard will be good if Pendulum become the new best deck in this format. I have a feeling it's going to be either Thunder Dragons or Sky Strikers, but if Pendulum ends up being the best, I've heard that this is a good counter to it, though there's also always Nibiru. But they do have a counter to Nibiru. Lost Wind, Heavy Storm Duster. I do have one copy of Heavy Storm Duster, but I do not have a playset of it. Royal Decree. It's funny, in the video that came up today, we actually played against Royal Decree as well. Which I was like, who cares? I'm not playing any traps, but we did play against that card, which is just funny that it's included in here. Anti-Spell Fragrance. There can be only one, which is such an annoying card. Oh my gosh, having to play against this is awful. Now I'll finally be able to put people through the same pain that I've been put through. Solemn Strike, which is good. I didn't have any Solemn Strikes, I don't think. I have one Solemn card, but I don't remember what it is, and I didn't have playsets of any of them, so I'm really excited to have a playset. An incoming playset of Solemn Strike. We got Wiretap, Red Reboot. This is a rarity upgrade for me. I have a playset of the commons from the Rocket Structure deck, because I got 3 of the Rocket Structure decks, but it's nice to get a nice rarity upgrade in that. Being able to bling out my deck a little bit, though the majority of this, I mean, I probably have 5 cards in this deck total, which I mean, I could buy the singles, I guess, and save myself a little bit of money, but I mean, I'm buying all the most expensive cards in this deck anyway to get full playsets of them. So at that point, I might as well just buy the whole box and support the retailer. But that is going to be, can you see? Oh, I think that's better for seeing the cards from this one. I didn't realize the cards in the bottom were that dark. But besides all of our lighting issues, whew, it's rough. I definitely, with the openings of the Star Wars stuff that I've done on the channel, I haven't had this many lighting issues, but I'm definitely going to have to fix my lighting situation for Yu-Gi-Oh! But that's going to be it for this episode. Thanks for watching. Remember to leave me a like and subscribe so you never miss another episode of Chase Talks. Until next time, this Chase, signing off!